Hey, it's Courier Girl with another job search video. So we're going to do Miami, Florida today. But before we get started, I just wanted to remind you that I do these regularly. And if you want me to do your city or town, just let me know in the comments and I will be happy to do it. And also, there's a playlist with all the job search videos that I've done and also other tips and tricks about how to get into courier business. I've linked that in the description below. So if you are interested in this business or either getting into it or getting better at it, or you want information on your particular city or town, then I'm trying to give you as many resources as I can. The other thing that I wanted to say, and this is a good illustration of this, I have the Miami map up. So we're going to look at Miami today. But if you look, you can go, here's Miami, all the way down to Homestead, all the way up to Fort Lauderdale, Pompano Beach, Hollywood. There's a lot of cities around your city, or Miami in this case, that may be somewhere that you want to look in addition to your main city. So I did it on the map, and I'm just going to show you in a search really quick. Miami to Fort Lauderdale. And you can see that that is, according to this, about a 30-minute drive. Now, of course, there's traffic, and I'm doing this on a weekend, so there's not as much traffic. So it could be 45 minutes to an hour sometimes. But look at the places that are anywhere from right in your area to 30 to 45 to even an hour away, because you're going to find more companies in those areas, and a lot of places are going to be going back and forth. So I'm not going to do it today, but if I were in Miami, I would search Miami, I would search Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, Homestead, Pompano Beach, and a whole bunch of other smaller cities. Now, you're going to get a lot of results that you're also going to get in Miami, but you might get some smaller towns that or smaller companies or companies that specialize in just an area that may be of interest to you. So yeah, so having said that, let's get started on our search. I put in Miami, Florida courier companies. You could also put in Miami, Florida courier business if you wanted to. It seems to bring up about the same results. Now I want you to note right here, there are 5 ads. That means that there's a lot of competition in that area, and remember that these ads are not for jobs, these are for people wanting to get more courier business. So they're advertising to a person who would be a business owner or manager who's looking for a courier company to move their stuff. And the fact that there are 5 shows you that there are a lot of competition, because some of these searches have only had one or two. All right, we scroll past the ads, go to the map. Remember, I'm using Google Chrome and I'm using the Google search. If you use a different browser, a different search, it might come up a little bit different, but that's okay because they also might have some different results. So that's a little trick too. And then you're going to go past the ABC and do view all. And maximize this. It's not quite all the way big. All right, so here is the map of the local area. It's zoomed in way more than I was zoomed in on the other map, and all these red dots are courier companies. But we're going to go down here and we are going to look at them one by one. So these 2 are ads. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one, and it comes up right here. And this says freight forwarding service. Now, when you get to coastal cities, Miami's a big one for this, a freight forwarding service is a company that receives your packages and then sends it to your address overseas. So let's say that you're living in the Bahamas and you want to order something from a company that only ships in the US. You hire a freight forwarding service, you have an account with them, and then that company can ship it to this Miami address, and you have like a box or suite number, and then that company will get your packages and send them on to you wherever you are in the world. So whenever you see freight forwarding, That's probably not courier related stuff, but it's good to know what that is. Also, good to know if you ever decide to move somewhere else in the world. All right, we're going to skip this one and we're going to go to Best Way Courier. All right, they are in Miami. They have 26 reviews, 5.0, and you can look through some of the reviews if you want to, but we're just going to go straight to their website. Messenger Trucking servicing South Florida since 1982. So they've been around a while. It says warehouse trucking, fast messenger. This is their customer service. Let's see, delivery services, Best Way Courier. There's a little van there. Same day courier, that sounds like what we're looking for, and messenger services. Let's see, does not say about how to get a job. So, but this says fast messenger. I'm going to click on this link because I think that, yeah, Best Way Courier is Fast Messenger Miami, or they are a fast messenger. It does not say anything about jobs. I'm going to go up to the top in a minute, but here is their contact information. And I think this is probably going to, yeah, that's that. And let's check under courier. It doesn't really say anything, so you'd have to contact them and ask, are you looking for employees? Are you looking for contractors? Do you do some of each? Find out what they do and find out if you might be a fit for them. Now, I just want to also note this girl's got a little hat and a uniform on, and the box is labeled with their sticker, and that is a model, and that is a professional picture done for this website. So it doesn't necessarily mean you would be wearing a uniform, or that the boxes would be labeled with their, in fact, the boxes probably would not be labeled with their sticker. So don't think just because you see a nice picture of somebody in a company uniform that means that they're all employees. It doesn't really mean anything. A lot of things are done just for the website. All right, let's go to the next one, 90-minute courier. By their name, you can tell they probably deliver in 90 minutes. Now, their hours are opens at 8:30 a.m. Monday, so 8:30 to 6. But these are their office hours. They may have evening routes or evening deliveries. They may have weekend things for their drivers, but for the public, remember, this is geared towards people who might be looking to hire a courier, not somebody getting a job. So office hours are important for when you contact them as far as what work they have, not important as far as what hours you may actually be working. Okay, website. Again, like I said in the last one, the van's great. Doesn't mean they have all logoed vans. That could be one van that they have, or even a Photoshop done for their website. They have a phone number, they have an email, they have an 800 number. Let's see what else it says. See, they've labeled all their boxes too. Let's go to their FAQ. It doesn't say anything about drivers, so I would just call their number or email them, but calling is better. You know that I like calling better. And here's a little map of where they are because I hit contact us, and that's that. Find out more information. Pick Packs Courier Service. Kind of like that name, Pick Packs. Like we pick your packages. All right. Flat rate, same day courier, $19.99. It's probably within a certain radius. They're not going to go all the way across the state for $19.99, but it's probably like within so many miles of the downtown area, it's a flat rate. Their hours, again, these might be office hours, not the hours that they totally work. Here is an email, here is a phone number. Let's see. They have all sorts of different things. Local flat rate, like I said, probably within a radius. Round trip flat rate, probably a bigger radius. Large packages, needing trucks, probably. Promotion distribution, not sure what that is. Bulk delivery, recurring, would be like a route. And pet transportation, we will take your dogs and cats and lions and tigers wherever you want. About us, our drivers. Let's go to our drivers. It doesn't say, it's telling you about the drivers, but doesn't say anything about working for them. Services, call, I would just call them and ask. Interesting, 3 for 3 that don't say anything about how to get a job, like we're hiring or whatever. It doesn't mean they're not hiring. It only means that these companies are focused on getting customers, not on getting drivers, and our websites reflect that. And remember, when we first started the search, there were 5 ads, so this is a highly competitive area. The bonus for that is because they're highly competitive, if you are a good driver, especially after you establish yourself, if you don't like what the company's doing, you can probably find a better deal somewhere else, because highly competitive means they need drivers as well. And good drivers are a much rarer find than any old driver. All right. Reliable couriers. Same day delivery in Miami in 1 hour or less. That's probably, again, in a local area. There's probably like a map. If you're within the circle, it's 1 hour or less. Let's see. They deliver, they do court filings, medical specimens, all that kind of stuff. They have routes and scheduled deliveries as well as on demand. Here are some of the things we have. Notice how we've seen this website format before. A lot of companies will use like a template, pre-made website, and then they just customize it to themselves. Let's see how it works. I'm just looking to see if, oh, down at the very bottom, Miami drivers want it. And it says delivery jobs. You can put your name, email, address in there. Resume or cover letter, optional. What do you drive? This tells you that here are the options: car, SUV, cargo van, box truck, other. And I drive an airplane. This tells you they're looking for contractors because you're going to be using your own vehicle. Can you work these hours? This tells you they're mostly day hours. Can you lift, push, pull up to 50 pounds? We've talked about this before, but I just want to remind you that a lot of times, like the job that I do, they say that, but it's very rare I get anything that's that heavy. Most things are lighter and I can easily pick them up, but I do have a dolly for that and a cart. So it doesn't mean you might have to lift it or push it to get it on your dolly, but it doesn't mean you're going to be carrying 50 pounds up 5 flights of stairs all the time. So if you can do it every once in a while, I would say yes, and then I would talk to them and just make sure it's not going to be like the bulk of what you're doing. If you have limitations lifting, some people don't. All right, can you work additional hours? Yes. So these are their main hours, and like they're not main hours. So evenings, overnights, weekends, stuff like that. Yes, I have that. Yes, I have that. Yes, I can do that. And then you submit the application. But if you want to talk to them first, you can call the 888 number, find out who to talk to. And if they say just apply on the website, say, you know what, I have some questions first, and I don't want to waste your time or mine before I talk to somebody. So here is an email. That's probably customer service email. Or you can send a message. Here's their job, to apply for a job. Here's the quote. And let's just look at this real quick. Browse locations. Reliable Carriers is either a national company or part of a national network. So here are the different places that they operate in. So if you are not in Miami, not in Florida, and you are still interested in getting work, you might want to check them out. And that's another thing. All of the job search videos, I'm finding companies that are in multiple states that are larger companies. So those are good to kind of scan through, even if it's not your city, because there's always other things that we're finding there that might relate to you, even if you're not in that area. Quick Florida Couriers. Okay, let's look over here. A little bit slow to open. All right. Oh, look, they got a rabbit. Isn't that cool? We deliver happy endings in Florida. A nice little catch line. Same day delivery, rush courier, messenger, trucking, all of Florida. We only contract experienced bonded drivers. So if you're brand new, you may not be eligible for this. And I don't know that you have to be bonded to work for them. They will help you through that process. There's the phone number. Oh, all run together, no dashes. Makes it a little harder to read. Okay. Let's see. I need some water here. Looking to see if they have anything about drive-ins. They do not, but they do have offices in Miami, Orlando, Sarasota, Tampa, and it says view all, so probably more. These are probably their biggest offices. Jobs right here, down at the bottom. Now hiring. So you are an independent contractor, have to do a background check. That's common in a motor vehicle check. They don't want you driving something that is a piece of junk that's going to be breaking down all the time or unsafe for the road. What type of vehicle? See, they have car, SUV, van. So they have all the different ones. And I just want to remind you that if all you have is a car and it's even a small car, I started doing this in a Kia Rio, which is a really little car. And I had no problem doing the work. And I did that for several months before I got my van. So don't think that if you have a small car, you won't be able to do anything. For instance, the job that I'm going to do later today, I could do it in my car if I wanted to. It only takes, it's a medical route, and it only takes 2 coolers and like a tote to hold the things that don't need to go in coolers, and those easily fit in my backseat or trunk. They're not that big. So don't think that because you have a car, you're not going to be eligible. Now, obviously, you're going to be limited because you can't do van routes or truck routes or anything. But the other thing to think about is if you're driving a full-size van to do a route that you only need a little car for, you're going to be using a lot more gas because vans just don't get as good mileage. And maintenance on larger vehicles is generally more expensive, so that you're going to be putting wear and tear on a vehicle that you're not necessarily, it's like overkill. So keep that in mind as well. The right vehicle for the right job. Hey, I should make a video about that. The right vehicle for the right job. All right, next is Miami Courier Global Express. It's a little bit slow. It could be my internet's a little bit slow today too. Sometimes it just gets me. Always when I need to be fast, right? We're going to go ahead and open the next one as well. Quick Courier Service does not have a website, so you can give them a call. Here is their phone number. As I've said in other videos, just because they don't have a website does not mean they're not a great company. The company that I work for mostly did not have a website when I got started working for them. They were a small company. They were growing rapidly. They were busy taking deliveries. They really didn't have time. Like, that was on the back burner because they were so busy doing actual work. And eventually they did get a website, but don't discount somebody just because they don't have a website. Not everybody is all about the internet. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, Florida Couriers. I'm still waiting for that one to load. Let's go to their website. Okay, Florida Couriers loaded, and so did GEC Global Express Courier. All right, so let's look at this one first. Miami and Coral Gables. Here is their phone number. Same day tier service. Become a driver right here. I think this website is just a little bit slow. It could be my internet too, but it could also be just their website is slow. There we go. All right. Independent contracted, that's what I was looking for. Independent contracted delivery driver. So you use your own car, you're an independent contractor. Put in your information here. Tell them a little bit about what you do and submit your information. But they're in Coral Gables, Miami, and Tampa. Like I said, you could also call them. I think their phone number was on the first page. We're going to go back. Here's their address. Oh, here's their phone number right down at the bottom. Down at the bottom. But probably also on the first page. And I'm going to go on to the next one because this website's really, really slow. Okay, Florida Couriers. Services, location, routes, company. Here's a phone number. Some of their services you can view all, what our customers say. You can read about them here. This is another one of those template websites. And down at the bottom, Miami drivers want it. Now, it doesn't say anything about job opportunities. Oh, yeah, it does. Sorry. Scroll down. The independent contractors right here. That's almost word for word another, like, reliable couriers, wasn't it? Anyway, they're just using the same template, that's all. So fill that out, or like I said, give them a call first and find out. Here we go. Here's some of their locations. Find out more about what they do before you apply if you want to by giving them a call. You can call this number. They can get you to the right, let's see, contact. Oh, and look, under company, drivers wanted. That means we need drivers. Here's a phone number. Here is an email. All right. So, what is next? Brooke L. Courier Service. My stomach keeps growling, but I just ate, so I don't know. Maybe it's digesting. I hope you can't hear that. Yeah, this is a very basic website, and they didn't even really finish making it because home shouldn't say choose a home page. It shouldn't say introduce. They didn't finish their template, but that's all right. It doesn't really matter that much. Phone number, email, their address. Doesn't say anything about jobs. Let's just look at this real quick. It's very, very simple. But again, it doesn't mean they're not a great company. It just means that they didn't put a ton of resources into their website because their bigger priority is probably working and getting the deliveries done. So you can look through their website and then give them a call or email. Let's see. questdelivery.net. Now this is not to be confused with Quest Diagnostics, who is a big lab company in the US. This is probably a local company, and they just call themselves Quest Delivery. So don't confuse the two. Personalized service. Delivery areas, all of South Florida and some other places. Schedule a delivery. Here's their email. Here's their WhatsApp if you want to use that. Here is their phone number. And just trying to see if they have anything about they don't. So I would just call them. I would just call the number and find out more. Or, oh, look, they have an online chat too. But honestly, I think personal connection is more important, so I would make the phone call. Miami Fast Courier does not have a website, so you could just call them. They're right there. I would call them Monday through Friday during their normal operating hours and find out what they're all about. Mercury Express Couriers has a website. Try us for a month. Here's their phone number. They do Courthouse Express. They probably do other things as well. Okay. Financial, real estate, automotive parts, aircraft, hospitality, freight forwarders, hospitals, law and accounting firms. So they do just a wide variety of things. How to reach us is right here, phone number or an email. We have a couple different emails. It doesn't talk about jobs, which is fine. Let's just see if they have it here. Click the contact to see. Yeah, there's just a form there. Let's just do this real quick. Nope, they don't have a specific job page, so you just have to call them or email and find out. 60-minute courier and process service does not have a website, so you can call them. Process usually means like court filings and things like that. And they have five-star review, 3 reviews. family-owned business. Sometimes when you look at the reviews, you can get little extra things about them. But for courier jobs, I'm not trying to be a detective. I'm not trying to like get their whole profile before I call them. I'm just like, call them. Hey, what kind of work do you do? Are you hiring? I'm an independent courier and I'm looking for extra gigs, whatever. Court and Messenger service also doesn't have a website, so you can just give them a call. Here's their phone number. They're probably doing documents and court stuff and all those types of things. And if you think court filing is a little bit daunting, it it can be a little bit scary. You're dealing with the courthouse and everything. But what I found was stuff like that. First of all, these companies are not going to just throw you out to the wolves. They are going to send you out with somebody who already knows what they're doing. There will be some training. You'll probably shadow somebody a couple times. And once you get to be known at the local courthouse, it's going to be easy to get through. Like, oh, there's the courier. Like for me, when I go into buildings that are sometimes secure, I get waved right through because I'm in there so often. They know me, and they know what I'm there for, and they know what I'm doing, and it just becomes a lot easier to get in and out. So a little daunting at first, but you're going to get training, and it does get a lot easier. Skyrus Courier Service, Waybill. So you could call them also. Actually, can you call them? You cannot call them. Let's see. This is a web result. Let's see if there's a phone number. Nope. No phone number listing. So I guess you guys are off of our search because we don't know how to get a hold of you. And there's so many places we don't really have to think about it. We don't have to like go hunting for information on one that doesn't give their information. Best Way Courier, Messenger Trucking, South Florida. Didn't we already? Yeah, we already looked at them. So this could be, and this is showing up as a trucking company, but remember they also did courier stuff. It could just be a different location. All Points Courier. No website. Here is their phone number, so you can give them a call. A nice review. So yeah, just give them a call and see what they're all about. EP Courier Services, Miami. On-time delivery. Nobody would ever say, we have late delivery every time. And they don't have a lot on their website. So, services, let's just check that out. Custom clearance, again, in a port city, custom clearance might be a big deal. That would require a little bit of training, but don't let it deter you. You can always learn new skills, and then that can be something you could take to the next job. In-bond validations, airway bill pickups. So it looks like they're doing a lot with paperwork more than pickups. Although it says a wide range of delivery needs. So you'd have to call them to get more information about what they do. Here's their phone number at the top. Here is their map of where they're at. Phone number, fax, email. There you go. All right, let's go on to courier jobs. Now, these, as we've said before, are geared towards companies that are looking for work. Whereas before we were just looking for companies that we don't know if they're actually actively hiring or not. But in today's world, almost everybody is hiring. It's just not everybody is advertising. Okay, so delivery driver Courier, Caviar Inc. Let's see. They are going to be in a lot of, I think, let's look them up. I'm pretty sure we've looked at these before. I look at so many, sometimes I don't remember. Caviar food delivery and takeout. I bet you that's it, and I bet you, yeah, look, you know it's it because it's the same logo. It's like a broken Target logo. Trycaviar.com. This is part of, it's a food delivery, so it's like a DoorDash. And I think, actually, let's go back here because I just wanted to show you something. It's part of DoorDash, so it's like a subsidiary of DoorDash. So that's Caviar. I wouldn't probably apply it that way. I would just go to their website and do it that way. Let's see, Stat Overnight Delivery, LLC. They are in Miami, Florida. Let's see. Up to 50 pounds. I think they all say that. I had a delivery once, this was a long time ago, that they dispatched it to me when I was driving my car. This is before I had the van even, and it said box truck required. And so I called the customer because I was on the way before I noticed that it said box truck required. And I said, I just want to double check on this because it says I need a box truck to do this. And I don't have a box truck. And the lady starts laughing and she's like, it's a piece of paper. So the dispatch had totally screwed up, and all she had was one piece of paper that needed to get to another location really quick, and it had to be an original. It couldn't be faxed or anything. And it was just pretty funny. So there are those kind of mess ups sometimes with dispatches. I don't know. I just thought it was a funny little story. All right. Because they're paying by the day, that's probably independent contractors. There you go. You will be required to drive your own vehicle. So independent contractors. And the pay range depends on how long the route is, how far away you're going, what it all entails, how many stops, all of that. So, you know, I've gotten routes anywhere from $30 for like an hour thing or whatever to up to over $300 if it was going to take me a lot longer for one delivery or one route. Okay, Stat Overnight Delivery. I'm pretty sure we've seen them before. But let's check them out again. Here is their sales email. Here's their customer support email. Here's their phone number. If I remember right, this is yeah, they're out of Texas. So this is a national company that has places everywhere. Trying to see where we've talked about them in other videos. So yeah, here are all the cities they're in. So if you're in one of these cities, check them out. Or if you want to move to one of these cities and you're not there yet, check them out also, because you could start in your city and then go somewhere else. All right, so that's that one. Miami route delivery driver. Court med. Let's see. This is telling me that it's your vehicle. The type of phones you need, which means you're using a phone app. No weekends. weekly paychecks, driving packages, drive your own vehicle. So you are a independent contractor. And let's look up CourtMed, or CourMed. I keep saying Court. Oh, monoclonal antibodies is what they deliver. So they're very, very specific. Interesting. Looks like they're only doing one thing. They may be doing more, but they're only advertising one thing. Drive for CourtMed right here. We don't need this to play. Independent contractors to deliver health care products. So doesn't really say very much. Here's driver openings. They're all about the video, aren't they? So here are their different, look, they're everywhere. They're in Texas. They're in Ocala, Florida. Hey, we did a job search in Ocala, Florida before. Let's see if this gives us anything more. Locations. Here are their locations. So let's see what comes up for Miami. Miami route delivery driver. And you can click on it to find out more information. And it doesn't really say 1099 flex contractor means you're working for yourself. And you can apply down at the bottom right there. But it doesn't really say much. So let's see what happens when we click company website. I'm just trying to get a, they also have, here's Drive. I want to show you one more thing on there. It doesn't really say about us. I'm trying to find a phone number. I didn't see one. I wanted to look at this too. Oh, I guess they were selling gear. Like, you know, you could buy like hats and stuff or whatever. And that's another thing I wanted to tell you. A lot of places will provide you like a t-shirt with their logo to wear or whatever, but sometimes if you want more, you have to buy it yourself. But that's called a uniform, and check with your CPA, but that's probably tax deductible. All right, let's go back to Drive because I did not see any contact. However, here you go. Email here, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. So I guess you could contact them through one of those methods. Weird they didn't have a phone number that you could. You know what? Let's do this again real quick. Search Google for CourtMed. There you go. Here's a phone number right in the Google search. Wasn't on their website, but there it is. And that is probably going to be their headquarters, their Texas phone number. So you could call them and you could say, hey, I'm trying to get a hold of somebody in Miami, Florida. Could you give me that phone number? And they probably will. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? 1,500 hiring incentive, Class B. That's probably a CDL, and hiring incentive usually means it's a paycheck W-2 job. So we're going to skip that one. Pharmacy delivery group. Okay. deliver medicine to patients' houses and pick up goods and packaging. That's similar to work that I do up here, and I really enjoy that. I really like to do that type of work. I just always, I don't know, I always, when I deliver to patients' houses and I know that they're sick and sometimes very sick, just always bring them like good cheer and fairy dust that they'll get well. That's my personal, kind of like my personal metaphysical trying to make the world better. All right, let's see. If it says what it is. It doesn't say. Pharma Delivery Group. Let's see if we can find them. Here's their phone number. Here's their address. Here's their website. I'll just open it. It doesn't have to be in a new tab. Okay, so there you go. You found it. We found it. Yay. It doesn't say anything about jobs that I saw. So I would just call them or send them an email. All right, so I think that's it for now. We've been doing this for a little bit, and I'm going to wrap this up. That's Miami, Florida. I would also, like I said, search Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, Pompano Beach, Homestead, just all the surrounding areas, because you may find some other companies that you wouldn't find earlier. All right, I am going to sign off here now. You have a great day, and I will see you on the road.